Alright, Zach, so here we are starting today, buddy. Again, I love the fact that as you're starting today, that those toes are more squared up. You know, the line across your toes now is vertical on the screen. And as a result now of you trying to feel like you're lined up a little better, maybe occasionally trying to keep your head up a little more, you're on that plane line much more accurately. And the shaft is parallel to your plane line beautifully there. In that follow through on the first swing today. Yeah, what happened there? And then the next swing, oh yeah, is right there, the new blue, where you're just trying to keep those arms extended better, and sure enough now you don't see your right arm, your right elbow down like we saw starting out today, over there on our left on the old gold. I like that, buddy. And then when you tried to make that drill swing, yeah, kind of 3/4, we still saw that in the follow-through those arms were extended better. Very nicely. As opposed to what we saw on the old gold there on our left. And then with the driver, yeah, there's the swing you just made, man. I love how simple that looks, Zach, in the sense that the shaft is almost always parallel to that plane line. I love that, man. And then this one, yeah, that was one of those first driver swings. Oh, that was starting out today. Yeah, that was starting out today, bud, with the driver swing. Where you're a little more above the plane and that right arm was a little more scrunched. Wasn't as good. Yeah, it wasn't quite as good as what we saw here at the end today. Like that a lot, man, compared to that on the left. And this look is, again, what you will see with those tour players there with no right arm showing for these left-handers. Right. And again, just to remind you also about that feel that you mentioned, which is very significant, that it closed the face easier for you when your arms were extended better. Is again, like I said, I kind of use that blue towel to talk to you about kind of cracking the towel, cracking the whip. If you're trying to hurt a friend. But again, this shows you, especially when we put the timer on there, that in the same amount of time now, the hands moved about the same distance as the club head at that point in the swing, but now the hands actually start to slow down as the club head actually goes farther. So it's a faster mile per hour. That's when the club head is moving as fastest, and yet the hands are going so slow that they're just about to slow down and stop through impact. And that's one of the reasons that the tour players look so smooth. But you'll always see those hands and wrists and club head working that way at the end of extended arms through impact. Okay. All right?
Yes.
All right, bud. Again, any other questions or good observations about those things?
No. So.
Mike?
No questions.
Okay. Good work there, man.
Got to get out.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is the 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shot, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and get some, we can do that. It's my daughter! Ellie! Good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied with things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is for the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.